Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back for another video on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing our weekly update on our Canadian-based stock portfolio on Wealthsimple Trade. So like usual, I'll show you guys what stocks I'm buying today. We'll cover the dividend income and I'll show you guys some cool things that I'm learning about when it comes to investing into stocks. So let's jump inside the video. Let's take a quick peek at the portfolio and let's see how portfolio has been doing over the past week or so. Alright guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome back for the portfolio update. So lots of stuff going on here. Before we go any further in the video, I just want to do a quick little recap on the portfolio and show you guys how our stocks have been doing. So this morning looks like we have a bit of a jump up. If we scroll to the right side here, we can see that on our watch list VDY, which is the Vanguard Canadian ETF that we invest in our portfolio, is actually up 1.62%, so that might be hinting that the Canadian markets are up a little bit. And VFB, the S&P 500, is up 0.74%, so a little bit of a jump up early this morning inside the portfolio. We can see that with reflection, we have $107,000 total portfolio value split between two accounts, personal account and the TFSA. So we cover the TFSA since it is the biggest account first. So one day opening, we're up 1%, $800 inside the TFSA. So a little bit of a jump up this morning. The past week has been a little bit up and down, but it does look like we did finish the week off with a plus 2% gain, which is kind of interesting. I thought that would be a little bit less than that. The 1 month return is down negative 1%. Last 3 months is up 2%, and the 1 year return inside the TFSA is kind of a little bit all over the place. But we are up 1%, so that's all good. Like usual, dollar cost averaging, buying the dips, or just buying whenever. Basically, I have money. It's kind of what I do it. Reinvesting the dividends kind of allow us to be on top. And our all-time return inside our TFSA is up 8%, which is $7,000. We'll switch over to the personal account, which is a little bit more Canadian stock focused. First day, I guess this 1 day return is going to be 1% gain, so it is up a little bit. 1 week is 2%, 1 month -1, 3 months -1, 1 year is 1%, and then if we go all time inside our personal account, since we first started investing, it is up 2%. And once again, this is a little bit more focused on Canadian stocks inside the personal account, and most of our US based stocks are inside the TFSA, so we can see a little bit of a difference between the two accounts there. And if we head on over to Blossom Social, you guys can actually see my entire account here. So one of the big things I wanted to do is actually bring more balance inside my portfolio. You can see here that we're really heavily weighted inside the ETFs inside my portfolio. We have VFE and VDY. So I want to bring more balance inside the personal account, and kind of if we scroll down here and we see some of the individual stocks, I kind of want to bring them up to be a little more balanced and then build up the portfolio and actually add more individual stocks. And if you guys want to see my entire portfolio, be sure to check out the link in the description of the video. You guys can sign up for Blossom Social and get a nice little reward for doing so. Alright, so we're going to be putting money inside my TFSA in today's video. As you guys know, I'm all about maxing out the TFSA. It's the most important thing to do. Now, our TFSA is getting pretty close to maxing out. Once mine is maxed out, the goal will be to move on to my fiance's TFSA. It's a cool thing if you guys have a partner, if you have anybody who you're with, you can actually, it's a great way to save money on tax benefits, is use both your TFSAs. And I actually do have a video coming out on some tax stuff because I've been doing a lot of research with taxes, and we might actually talk about some things later on in today's video just to show you guys some benefits, because I do get a lot of questions on why I structure my accounts the way they are. And when I did do my research, I did learn a lot of cool things. So we have $300 today to put inside our TFSA. And like I mentioned earlier, we're kind of bringing up some of the other stocks inside our portfolio. I think we're going to focus on some of the smaller ones. Like I mentioned, we're pretty good for stocks like TD. I'm looking for that 5% range for each individual stock inside my portfolio. So hold 5% of each individual stock. And then as we add more stocks, we can kind of grow from there and change things and kind of build our own little mini ETF. Or something, so to speak, like that. That's kind of the goal. But I do want to hold some of these good quality Canadian companies. So we will be putting some money into VFE today. I'll put about maybe like $100 or so. So I'm going to put some money because I do buy VFE. I like the S&P 500. It's my US exposure. And I do keep this inside my TFSA for tax benefits. I do believe the VFE in the US markets have historically done pretty well, and it does make sense from a tax perspective, in my opinion, to hold inside your TFSA. You can also hold them inside your RRSP as well. It's a great way to have tax benefits with that as well. So we have $200. I'm going to put about $100, I think, into ATD. I love Alimentation Couche-Tard. It's a good company. They're really good at growing their profits. The stock has done well for me. It's a good dividend growth-based stock. Has a fairly low yield, currently sitting at about, let's see here, see if it shows on here. So the yield is 0.2%. I don't know if that's accurate. There is some news around the company changing their name as well, so you guys can check that out if you want. But they have like around a 1% yield. But the cool thing about this company is they are a growth-based stock and they have high dividend increases. I think they increase their dividend like on a regular basis, like 15 to 20% for the past 10 years. So it's a pretty good company in terms of that growth, and you can take those dividends, they'll grow over time, and you can reinvest them. So I'm going to put about $100 in ATD today to kind of bring that stock up inside of portfolio. We'll put 119. We'll just kind of go put that through there really quickly. And then the last little bit, we're going to be putting inside another Canadian stock inside my portfolio. And I think we're going to go with one of the smaller holdings. And I think we're going to do TELUS today. Once again, we want to bring everything up to be 5%. So we'll go with a little bit in the TELUS today. We'll put $100 into there. TELUS is a great telecommunications company. And we'll put about 3 shares, I think should equal about what we have inside a portfolio. And we do hold, obviously, TELUS in our TFSA and personal accounts. So we'll buy TELUS. Looks like we don't have enough, so we could do a fractional buy. We have $86, so we could go fractional. We'll type in $86. In that order, we'll go through at the end of the day for TELUS, and that'll be good for us. Now, we're going to finish up this here really quickly, and then I'm going to show you guys some cool things in regards to how I'm structuring my portfolio in the future to be very tax efficient. But before we go and do that, I just want to do a quick little update on my previous buys for the month. A lot of you guys mentioned, I do buy stocks when I don't do these videos, because I only do these videos like once a week as a weekly update. So I do buy stocks, in between videos and whatnot. So just a quick little update on this. I've been requested a couple times from some of you guys to kind of basically let you guys know what I'm doing here. So we bought some TELUS on September 2nd. We bought Manulife, we bought TD, we bought AQN, and some more VFV, and then the ones today. So that's basically a quick little update. Not too much going on yet for the start of the month. We were kind of just starting to build it up here, and not too much. Once again, we just kind of buy the same stocks I hold. Whenever I do add a new stock inside the portfolio, or I sell a stock, I will definitely be sure to focus that and feature that in a video, because it is kind of important. So one of the questions I get asked a lot on this channel is, I'm basically filling up my TFSA account, and it's almost pretty much filled. And a lot of people wonder why I set up a personal account instead of doing an RRSP. Now the RRSP is currently in works, but one of the big reasons why I haven't really put money into RRSP is because I really use my TFSA as my retirement account, because you can build it long term. It's a much better retirement account in my opinion, and it's much more tax beneficial when you get older. Now at some point in time, I will start an RRSP, and I will start contributing money into it, but I do want to enjoy some of the money before I retire, and that's the whole reason why I am putting money inside my personal account. And if you structure your personal account in the correct way, you can actually be very tax efficient. So if you notice in my personal account, I pretty much have nothing but Canadian stocks. I do have a little bit of VFV, but I hold most of my VFV in my TFSA. And the reason why is because it's very, very tax efficient to hold Canadian stocks inside of your personal accounts. I found this cool little graph here when I was doing some research the other day. This is from CIBC. Just a little information about tax brackets and whatnot. So here's your province or territory. Here's your income. So if you made $50,000, $100,000, $250,000, most people are going to probably fall inside this 50 to maybe 100K, with a few people kind of going at that higher income. But I kind of fall into this category. I make about 40-ish per year, give or take. And once again, you can be extremely tax efficient. So if you look at ordinary income, this is income from a job, you are taxed at about 24% if you make $50,000. If you make 100K, you're taxed at 40% in Ontario. This is where I live, which is absolutely crazy. It's horrible. Almost 50% of your income is going towards taxes, and obviously if you make 250, you're going to pay 50% on that. So if we scroll over here, we have capital gains, and capital gains are actually pretty tax efficient as well. You'll pay 12% if you make up to $50,000. Now here's the cool thing about eligible dividends. So if you guys don't know, eligible dividends are dividends that come from Canadian companies. So because I invest in Canadian companies in my personal account, I pay 1.2% taxes on all my dividends that I receive, which is basically nothing, as opposed to income I earn inside my regular account. And if you go up to 100K, it's even more beneficial. Your regular income would be taxed at almost 40%. Dividends are only taxed at 17%. So it actually makes a lot of sense. If you're going to hold Canadian stocks, you can hold them in your TFSA for sure. It's very tax beneficial, but it's also extremely tax beneficial to hold personal Canadian stocks inside of your personal account as well, because that dividend income that you get, as long as it's eligible dividends from Canadian companies, is very tax efficient. So I just want to share this with you guys. It was a cool little finding I found, and it really does open your minds to the idea that the best type of income you can make and the smartest way to make money is by investing, whether it's capital gains or eligible dividends. They're actually both pretty tax efficient, but it's much more smarter than working at a regular job. And as we make our way towards the end of the video, just a quick little recap on the dividend income for September. Obviously September, it's the start of the month. It's only the 9th at the time of doing this video, so not a lot of dividends. We did get a dividend from Canadian Tire. This is one of our smaller holdings. I fit 49 cents, so obviously not too much there. We did get a nice little dividend from Fortis, about $10 on September 1st. Once again, kind of waiting for some of the big dividend payments to come in. I think over the next day or so, we should get some of the bigger ones from the ETFs. And if we go over to our dividend income sheet, I haven't updated this obviously for the month of September. Would be about $10 or so, whatever it is I just showed you guys here. But just a quick little update on August. We did make a total between both of our two accounts, about $207 in dividends. So that was a pretty good month. And we did use that money theoretically right. We went grocery shopping and I spent about $200 on groceries. Here's a quick little video for you guys. Price of groceries have definitely went up over the last little while, but we bought things on sale. And if you buy from good quality stores, we like to buy from Loblaw, Superstore. It seems to be pretty cheap. Also Walmart occasionally. You can actually make your money go a long way. So we bought all the stuff for about $200 or so. It's about $180, I think, and then we paid a cab to take it all home. So pretty good, efficient money. But once again, we did kind of hunt for sales, and we definitely bought stuff on sale. But with the prices of groceries going up and whatnot, it definitely is one of those big things that make a big difference. If you can save money, you can kind of budget more. You're definitely going to save more money. You can use more money. You can invest it, and it's just going to help you out in the long run. Alright guys, that's it for today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like usual, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Take care, have yourself a good week, have yourself a good weekend, and I'll see you guys later.